Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video and share it to your friends and your loved ones. My name is Obsy and thank you guys for tuning in once again. I would want to reintroduce myself for those who don't know who I am. I am a graduate of medicine, a doctor to be precise, of medicine, and I just recently completed my master's program in public health. I have 2 degrees now. Yay me! Yeah, anyways, and I study in Debrecen in Hungary, which is in Europe, if you're not aware. I've gotten a few questions in the past and about studying medicine in Hungary and how the process is, the method of studies, the practice, the lectures and everything. And at a point I got frustrated because I felt like I think everything should be on the website, the school's website. Thank God for the people who advised me. God bless you. Shout out to you guys. You guys inspired me to do this video actually. So I decided that okay, let me do a video to just share my experience. Basically, my lessons that I have learned and the things that I would tell myself as a fresh student. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I have a few points here just to guide me so that I'm not all over the place, but just bear with me. And if you're interested in this video, make sure you have your notes, make sure you have your pen so that you can jot down, so that you can jot things down. So you can jot down some of the, advices I'll be sharing or I'll be giving in this video, and just it might come in handy in the future. And just in case you want to study medicine in Hungary, this will really help you a lot. Medicine is hard everywhere, to be honest, not just Hungary, it is hard everywhere. What made me come to study in Hungary, I would say, is because it was more affordable than any other place I could have gone when I was coming. I started my studies in Hungary in 2010, just a brief introduction. I started from the basic medical course. So we have the BMC, which is basic medical course, before you go into first year of medical school. Unlike other places like in the UK and the US, you have to do the pre-med first, where you have to do a bachelor's in one of either biology or medical science or science, something science related though, before you go to medical school, which is like after your pre-med. I don't know how it is, but I think that's the process there. But here in Hungary, you go straight into medical school. It's either you gain admission into first year directly, that is if you've done like A-level somewhere else, or you've done like your foundation program somewhere, I don't know. But me, I got into first year because I left straight from my secondary school, SS3. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Nigerian. I didn't do the A-levels or the foundation, so I was pretty young, to be honest. So I got into BMC, and I did the long BMC. Okay, so BMC in Hungary, let me just say in Debrecen, because I don't know how it is in Budapest, because there are also medical schools in Budapest as well, but I'm talking about Debrecen specifically, right? So BMC in Debrecen comes in 2 batches. We have the long BMC and the short BMC. The long BMC is from September, or should I say from August, September till July, August the next year. While the short BMC is from January till July, June, July of. Short BMC is a crash of everything, and the long BMC is kind of spread out. Like everybody else, I was a smart kid that didn't have to study to pass an exam. Or as I came here, I saw it's not business as usual, so I was humbled. There's some courses that I failed, yeah. And to be honest, I would just say it was a breeze. I don't know, because I even came late because of visa issues from Nigeria. I arrived really, really late. But thankfully, I was able to scale through and go into my first year of medical school. So I started my first year of medical school in 2011. And I was so excited. My parents were excited. Yeah, I'm now in medical school, studying medicine, my dream, everything. But there are a few things that I wish I knew back then. So like I said, it wasn't business as usual. Luckily for me, my BMC already taught me a few things that you have to study to pass. You cannot just go for classes and then, people are different, to be honest. There are people that go for classes and don't need to study. Like they gain everything, all the knowledge they need in class, and then they just go and write the exam and they pass. While there are also people that need to study twice as hard so that they can make it stick in their head, and I'm one of those people. In fact, I need to study at least 3-4 times. I need to study twice and then revise twice again in order to be sure that I'm going to ace that exam. that brings me to the first point: knowing and understanding yourself. And to be quite honest, I know it's very hard, especially if you're starting uni at a very young age. It's very hard to actually understand yourself and know yourself fully, but it's okay. But just understand that you need to put in the work for a fact. I believe that if I understood that I needed to study like twice, 3 times, 4 times to be able to pass an exam, it would have made my job a lot easier, because then I would have put in more work during the semester. I would have studied harder. Like, it just helped me like sort things out on time, because the truth of the matter is that nobody's waiting for you. Like, life keeps on going. Sorry, the sun is reflecting on my face, even though I love the glow. But yeah, if it's disturbing you, I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, knowing yourself just makes things a lot easier, because it helps you to stop comparing yourself to other people, because there are people that will go for exams and pass the exams like a chance, while you go and fail. You go and fail A, B, C chance, and you just be wondering like, this person that passed, does he have two heads? But yeah, just understand yourself so you wouldn't be so hard on yourself, or don't be so hard on yourself if you're not grasping things on time. Understanding yourself is also going to help you plan your exams, like, because in medical school here you have a specific exam period and you are supposed to pick your exam dates yourself. That was pretty new to me, because where I come from, the dates are already set, and then you just, if they tell you the date is on the date of the exam is on the 1st or 2nd or 3rd, you can't change it, so you have to work yourself for that date. But here you choose the dates that you want, you feel like it's good for you, or you feel like you'll be ready enough to take the exam, which I think is fair enough, because I believe they already know how hard studying medicine is. So choosing your dates really just helps a lot. So yeah, once you understand yourself, you'll be able to plan and choose the date that you know that you'll be fully prepared for that particular exam, and you're going to ace it, because you don't really have especially if you have so many exams in one semester, you would have to plan. You only have like 7 to 8 weeks of exam period, and you have to take, if you have 5 exams, you have to take 5 exams in those weeks. And need I say that the courses are bulky, like you have a lot to study in such a short time. So you really need to understand yourself and plan very, very, very well. So if you're new in medical school here, if you're new in Hungary, I would say you need to get familiar with the rules for that particular semester, in the sense that if you have courses, because here we have courses like for the in one semester, if you have courses, they are mostly prerequisites for the next semester. So if you don't pass a particular course in the first semester, you might not be able to take the courses in the second semester. So you need to be aware of those courses that stop you from progressing, just in case you don't. I'm not saying you should plan to fail, but you need to study smart. That's the thing, you need to be smart in medical school. So you need to be aware of those courses that are prerequisite for the next courses in the second semester, and make sure that you pass them, so that it doesn't stop you from doing courses, or it doesn't stop you from moving forward, basically. And also, coming new, there are a lot of things I did not know, especially if you miss the orientation. You really miss a lot of information that you need to know, like taking electives. Elective courses are compulsory, so we have freely chosen electives and we have compulsory electives. You need to know the amount of credit points that you need to do for those electives. So I didn't know in my first year, so I really took a lot of things for granted, and first year was kind of freer than other years. So that's the best year to pack all the electives that you need to do, because other years are like, they're bulky, they're more stressful. So you cannot be going for classes in the evening after like a long day and a stressful day, and having all these extra exams. So first year is like the year that you should pack as much electives as you can, and be sure to complete them. I did a lot of not completed electives, and it kind of affected my grade average, or what they call it, GP. So you have to get familiar with the rules. Go to the education office to tell you all the things that you need to do, the number of credit points that you need to collect for the elective, so that you keep counting it, and you're not like last minute searching for electives in your final year when you're supposed to be doing your internship. So be familiar with the rules, familiar with all the things that you need to know. You need to do sports, at least 3 semesters. I think for girls 3 semesters of sports, and for guys you need to do 4 semesters of sports. Try and gather materials, because depending on your kind of person, once again, understanding yourself would help you know if you're the kind of person that likes to read textbooks or lecture slides. sometimes I didn't have the time to be reading textbooks and lecture slides. There are people that rather read the textbook, because of course the textbooks will explain it a bit better than the lecturers here. We study in English, so yeah, the textbooks help. The lecture slides might be a bit confusing, but for you to understand the lecture slides, you need to go for the lectures, because that's where they explain the lecture slides like properly. Go for lectures and then go with your lecture slides, or your print out your lecture slides or whatever, or take notes so that you'll be able to understand the lecture slides when you're reading on your own. And I would not advise you to miss lectures. I missed a lot of lectures, to be quite honest, because I felt I wasn't gaining. But then you also have to be aware of the compulsory, because there are a lot of lectures that are compulsory for you to attend. So you need to be aware of the compulsory lectures that you need to attend. Seminars are compulsory. So lectures are basically for the whole year, and then seminars, they divide you guys into groups. So you have either you're in group 1 or group 2 or group 3, whatever, and then those groups are for like the practical classes. The seminars is where like they explain the lectures a bit better for you guys, and then you can ask your questions. And I think you're allowed only 2 absences here, but try to make sure that you are aware of the rules of that particular course you get, because some courses are different from others. So you need to just be aware. Just make sure that you find information. Don't just be moving about and be in the limbo. You need to get informed, because nobody is going to tell you if you don't find out. You need to be informed. Gather your materials. If you're not a textbook or lecture kind of person, there are a lot of notes and handouts. Find the perfect one or the best one that you feel like you'll be able to understand. YouTube is your best friend. Google is your best friend. Wikipedia is your best friend. So make sure you make good use of these resources during the semester, because it helps you in the long run, and it saves you time during the exam period when you're studying. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Like I said, make sure you ask your teachers. Make sure you ask your classmates. Look, do not sleep on a bicycle, guys. You need to. You see all those international, a lot of them have materials that I don't even know where they get their materials from, but a lot of them get materials that are very, very, very helpful. So make sure that you familiarize yourself, socialize a lot, be friendly. I mean, they will have a lot of information about school, and it can help you in the long run. If you're Nigerian like me, I know coming from Nigeria, it's very hard to like talk to internationals, because you kind of, I don't know, because of the upbringing, we are brought up to be very shy and to ourselves in the name of respect, in quotes. But you need to snap out of that box and be very open, be very confident, be very outspoken, because you would need it. You would need it in Hungary, in Debrecen, in medical school. You need to be outspoken, and that was my downfall, I believe, because I'm a very, very reserved person. I don't like talk too much. If you tell me it's a fail, I pack my things and go. It's a pass, I pack my things and go. I'm not the person to argue. I'm not the person to fight for my rights. I don't know. I just don't have that energy. You need to snap out of that box, and you need to be outspoken. If you need tutorials in any of the courses, if you feel like any of the courses giving you any problem, be it biophysics or whatever course it is that you're doing in that semester, in your first year, second year, BMC, whatever it is, there are tutors. There are a lot of older students that are now teaching younger students, and I think that you should get in touch with these people, because they've already experienced it, and they know what the lecturers are looking for during the exam. They know what the examiners want to hear. So it's very important that if you think you do need it, if you don't need it, then fine. But if you need a tutor, to help you in these courses, please don't be afraid to ask. Of course, it comes with a fee, but it's not like it's not so expensive. They teach in groups or single. So if you're the kind of person that likes to learn with other people, you can get like your classmates that will be interested, and the fee will obviously be shared between both of you, so it'll be cheaper. I like to learn on my own, so all the tutorials I did, I was learning by myself. I was ready to pay, like, even if it was 2,500 forints per hour, just because I wanted to go at my own pace, so that I can take all the time I need to understand the course, and then make sure that I ace it when it's time for the exam. Take your Hungarian classes seriously. I know what I'm saying now is kind of but it will really help you if you take your Hungarian classes seriously. It really would help you during the practicals, like when you're going for ward rounds, when you're in your clinical year. There are books like your Text Check Mondani. You need that. If you're not aware, it's a book that like has the physical examination questions, what you need to ask in Hungarian. So you should have that. I believe you should be aware of that. You should have that, but I would say you have to do, I mean, they already provide like 3 years of Hungarian classes or Hungarian lessons so that you can be familiar with the medical terms in Hungarian. So please take it seriously, because I really struggled. I struggled a lot, and there are times where like I forgot my teshek modani. I mean, if you're lucky, your patients can speak English if you're lucky enough, so then you can do your physical examination in English. But if you're not lucky, you have to do it in Hungarian, and sometimes it's really difficult. So take it seriously. Apart from Hungarian helping you in medical school, even like on a daily basis in your day-to-day activities, you're living in Hungary, you just need to learn the language to be able to interact best with people. I'll do a separate video about life after medical school. So let me tell you about the exams here. The exams, you have 3 chances to take an exam, ABC chance. And I think from my own time, things have changed, because I mean, it's been 10 years already, so a lot of things have changed. So that's why I'm saying that you should be able to ask questions, ask a lot of people questions, because what I know, what I'm writing here is what I feel like is the general information that everybody needs to know. But you should ask people, because rules have changed. They keep changing rules every time, so you need to be aware of everything. If you have any questions, you can go to the education office and ask questions. You can ask your mates questions. I think every year has a representative for a class representative, so you can also ask them if there are anything that you need to know, any changes in the exam, or like grading, or how they like grade, or exemptions, or whatever it is. So you need to be aware of those things. So for the exam, you have 3 chances to take an exam, ABC chance, and I think right now A and B chances are free, so you can, if you fail the A chance, you can retake B chance for free. But then if you go to C chance, then you have to pay for it. You pay for the chances, and altogether you are allowed to take one exam 6 times. So say for instance, in one semester you exhaust all your ABC chances, right? So you've exhausted 3 chances. The next time that you register for the course, whether it's the next year or even if it's the next semester or it's the next year, you will have extra 3 chances to take an exam. Say okay, you take an exam and you were only able to use 2 chances, right? And you failed those 2 chances because there was no time for you to take C chance. So the next time, so now you still have 4 chances to take that particular exam whenever you register. Now I don't know how many times you're allowed to register for an exam, but in my time we're allowed to register for a course. We're allowed to register for a course 4 times, but now I think, I don't know, maybe it's 2 times, I'm not really sure, but I think it's 2 times. But I know for a fact that you are allowed to take an exam 6 times if it wasn't successful. So if it was successful, then kudos to you, you move on. Still again, ask questions, because things change, rules have changed. You need to be aware of courses that have bonus points or exemption. There are a lot of courses that if you pass the what do you call it, SCTs, self-control test, if you pass the self-control test, you'll be able to get exempted from the exam, or you'll be able to gain some bonus points that can help you in your in your final exam. So you should also be aware of courses like that, so that you can put in effort during the semester. Getting exempted really saves you a lot of time, because now you have more time to read for those courses that don't have any exemption, like finals, they call them finals. So those courses that you have to take the final exam in the exam period, you're allowed 2 absences. Must have changed, I don't know. But then if you miss like 3 absences, you're allowed to make up for classes. That making up for classes means like you join another group to attend that particular class during the same week. So you can join another group if you were not able to make it for your own group time. You can join another group and then sign an attendance and tell them that you were making up the class. Be aware of courses that have high credit points, because those courses contribute to your final GP. So you need to score well in those courses to be able to like boost your GP. Most of the exams in medical school are oral exams. We have written exams, of course. There are written exams, and then there are oral. Most of them are oral exams. And oh child, like let me just tell you that we have topic lists. So for the oral exams, there are topic lists, and then you study the topic list, you go for the exam, you pick a topic blindly. You're not supposed to see the topic that you pick a topic blindly, and then you're given a few minutes to prepare for your topic, and then you present your topic orally to your examiner, and God help you. That's all I would say. God help you. But don't be discouraged, don't be afraid. That's why I said you need to be outspoken. Like, come out of your shell. You cannot be dwelling in that like timid bubble. You need to come out of your shell, because your confidence also boosts your grade, because some teachers feel like even if you know it, because you are not confident in yourself, which was my downfall again, because you're not confident in yourself, they feel like you don't know it. So instead of giving you a 5, they give you a 3 or a 4. Do you understand? But then you answered all their questions, and it's like somebody else that probably did not even answer up to what you were able to answer, but just because they were more outspoken and they were like very confident in the rubbish that they might be saying, they get a better grade. So you have to be able to speak up. You have to be, even if it's nonsense, just say it with confidence. Do you understand? Like, don't, I'm not saying say purposely be foolish, I'm not saying argue with the lecturer, but just be confident in yourself. However it's going to go, is that you pass or you fail. So just go there with confidence, and then with the faith and hope that you're going to pass the exam. So don't be afraid, and even if you fail the exam, it's not the end of the world. As a whole video on the other side, mental health is very important. Don't be discouraged, whatever the lecturer is going to tell you. Some of the lecturers say a lot of terrible things like, oh, your patient is going to die, blah blah blah. Don't get discouraged. Don't turn deaf ears to those kind of statements, and just concentrate on yourself and be sure that you're going to promise yourself that you're going to make it. You owe yourself that much. Not even your parents, you owe yourself that much, that I need to make myself proud first before I make other people proud. So then you are like living according to your own terms. Do you understand? Study smart, man. Like, study smart. You don't need to study the whole textbook for you to feel like an effico. There will be a lot of down moments. There will be a lot of times that you cry your eyes out. There will be a lot of times that you want to give up. There are times that I said, look, I'm not doing this thing again. I am done. I am tired. But look, I'm here with 2 degrees. Hello. So guys, don't give up. Don't be discouraged. No matter what happens, if I can do it, guys, you can do it too. And that's on period. Trust me, those who know. One thing that I wish I did was, I wish I attended conferences. I really wish that I searched for conferences around Europe. First of all, you are in Hungary. Hungary is Schengen, so you are entitled to a lot of countries for free. Like, I mean, entitled. You can travel to a lot of countries without like getting a visa and stuff because of the Schengen this thing. So in the school here, I think there are TDKs on their research courses that you can do. To be honest, I didn't do it, but there are a lot of people that did the TDK. If you're into researches during the semester, you can be doing that. That can actually serve as your thesis if you really want it to be. You need to get a hobby in medical school. I'm sorry, that's what saved my ass. Like, you need to get a hobby. You need to find something that you're interested in. You need to like find something that will take your mind off the stress of academics. Like, you need to do something that's, you know, you have to live a balanced life. You need to have fun, at the same time be serious. So don't go overboard in any area. Don't go and have fun and then forget your priorities, why you're here, the reason why you're here. But you need to have fun, guys. Go out. There are a lot of events happening. Well, maybe not a lot as much as it used to happen back then. Go out and have fun, loosen up, go to the movies, watch movies. There's also this thing called Medical Shkupa. So Medical Shkupa to me was like an inter-house sport between the different medical schools in Hungary. So Budapest, Debrecen, Page, Szeged, they all come together and then they do different events, do different sport activities. Football, basketball, cheerleading. There are a lot of activities, sports activities, and it was really fun. And you get to travel. If it is actually holding in another city, maybe in Szeged or in Budapest, you get to travel there. You know, if you've never been there, or if you don't want to travel out of the country, you can go with the school bus and then they take you there. You can go with your friends. It's really, really fun. So please get involved. Don't be an island. I was really too, like, I mean, I had my own fun, to be honest, but I wish I did more. I wish I was more sociable. I wish I met more people. I wish I interacted more with people. YouTube, you can start a YouTube channel if you want. You can learn how to cook and start a cooking channel. You can go into fashion if you want, but don't go and break your bank, or don't go and overspend your money. Because if you like playing football, if you're into sports, Buzanski, I think it's called Buzanski teams. So you can sign up or join one of the teams, and then they play, I don't know, in the evenings. There are basketball teams as well. You can join school teams if you're interested. Sorry guys, if there's a change in the lightings because there was a break in transmission somewhere. Okay, so I think I've really touched on a lot of things about for first timers in Hungary and studying medicine in Hungary, or let me say Debrecen to be precise. So the last point I was trying to say is travel. I think you should travel a lot. Make good use of your residence permit, make good use of your Schengen visa, and guys, don't forget God. I feel like that should have been my first point, because honestly I couldn't have done all I did, or I couldn't have achieved all of this if God wasn't involved. Like, prayer is the key. There are a lot of, I believe anybody that has been in the school has had their fair share of miracles, and like, just make sure that you don't give up on yourself, no matter the obstacles, no matter the stress that comes with studying, because there will be those times that you put in a lot of work and still go and fail. Yes, it happened to me and it happened to some of my friends. So you're not the only one. If it's happening to you now, if it has happened to you before, you're not the only one. And trust me, don't let other people's experiences affect you. Don't let other people's experiences discourage you, because we're two different people. What might work for this person might not work for you. The fact that this person failed an exam doesn't mean you're going to fail the exam. So don't make other people's experiences scare you. In my opinion, every examiner is hard, because you might get the easy, in quotes, easy examiner and still fail with them. So does that really change anything? And does that mean that if you got the easy examiner and you failed with the easy examiner, it means you are the problem or you had a problem? No, don't be too hard on yourself. Yes, maybe there are times that you will not be prepared for an exam. There are times that you would not even be fortunate enough to pick a topic that you've studied. Maybe you couldn't complete the topic list because time was running out and you just decided to go and give it a shot. It happens, and it has happened to a lot of people. So don't be hard on yourself, and don't think that you're the only person that bad things happen to. Bad things are not happening to you. It's just a learning curve. The earlier you learn how to stand up and rise again after you've fallen down, the better for you, because that is life in general. If you are interested in coming to study medicine in Hungary or in Debrecen, and you want to ask a few questions or a few extra questions that I have not been able to answer here, then please let me know. I'll try my best to answer them, and my email will be in the description box below, so please be sure to check it out. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. I know this video is a bit long. I hope it was helpful though, because it was really in my heart to share this video. Even though you are already a student here, I hope it is able to still help you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed. I also have a few of my colleagues that are interested in sharing 2 cents or giving their 2 cents about studying medicine and life after medical school. Subscribe once again if I haven't said that earlier, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.